and sit down.
I can remember going to school at the age of about 9, I want to say 8 or 9. And I was a big fan of this magazine called Fangoria back in the 80s.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Oh,
yeah. I used to buy this magazine. Anyway, one day I took a copy of the magazine to school in my backpack. And like at lunch break or something, I've taken out my copy of Fangoria and I'm showing my friends. Some of my friends got freaked out. And I'm pretty sure the issue I had something to do with one of the Freddy movies, you know. And it's all about movie special effects and stuff. But like a couple of the kids in the class got a bit freaked out by the pictures. Because here's me. When I asked you guys what was the first R-rated movie you saw, my dad let me sit down and watch the Bushido Blade with him when I was 5 years old. He didn't know it was an R-rated movie. And towards the end, Bushido Blade is this sort of B-movie samurai thing. You know, they decapitate a couple of people with the samurai swords. And it didn't bother me at all. My dad was like, at 5 years of age, I was asking him, how do they like make that for the movie without actually chopping someone's head off? And he knew straight away. It's like, oh, he gets it. He knows it's not real. So from the age of 5, they were letting me watch anything except for porn, really. I wasn't interested in it at 5 anyway. So, but yeah, the kids in the schoolyard who got freaked out by this Fangoria magazine, they ran to the teacher. The teacher came over. She thought the magazine was disgusting. I got suspended from school and a letter got sent home to my parents with a recommendation that they seek immediately. I had to go in for like some psychological assessment because they thought I had a twisted mind. So I was like, I'll tell you I've got a twisted mind. You don't need to send me anywhere for that.
Tony, that's odd because I thought that you were so old that you were still in school and the teachers would beat you with the ruler.
Wow.
That's not the... No.
So my brother holds the dubious honor of being the last student at St. Andrews High School for boys to be tanned with they used to call it the paddle. It was like a wooden paddle from a canoe, and at assembly you'd get up out the front, you had to get down your hands and knees and they would whack you across the back of the legs with it. My brother's a couple of years older, so I was like, take one for the team, bro. He was the last one to get it at my school.
My principal had a paddle and he had it above his door in his office. But this was like the mid to late 80s, and they were not allowed to hit kids. But he would threaten kids, and he would scare the crap out of them with that thing. He'd slam it on the table. He'd take that paddle down and slam it until you were so scared. You're like, I'll be good. You know, don't beat me. And, of course, my dad, being the guy he is, he's like, I'll let that principal beat you. So you better shape up. I don't care. I'll let him beat you, and then I'll beat you when you get home.
Good job, Papa Laser Pants.
You know, I'm going to digress real quick.
Yeah,
my mum had a favorite weapon when it came to punishing me because a wooden spoon was not enough.
No, those would break.
I don't know. I'm certain in America you guys call it something different, but in England here in Australia we call it Glad wrap. That wrap you peel off the roll to wrap sandwiches.
Yeah, saran wrap. Yeah,
saran wrap.
Yeah.
Until you've been smacked across the back of the legs with a big roll of saran wrap, you don't know what real pain is.
You know, people would always talk about the wooden spoon, but I assure you, the plastic spatulas were much worse because the wooden spoons would break.
Yeah, my mom would threaten us with the wooden spoon, and I remember we were acting up one day, and she hit my older brother Paul with the wooden spoon and broke it.
Mm-hmm.
And he laughed at her.
Yeah.
She got so pissed, she just stormed off. She was just so mad at that moment. But it was just like, and then we were like, wow, Paul, you defeated the wooden spoon. That means she can't threaten us with anything anymore.
Obi-Wan Chicones, the best YouTube username of all of YouTube. Thank you. He says, thank you, sir. May I have another? Indeed. I actually I probably shouldn't tell this story, but I actually said that to my dad one time. I thought I was being funny, and guess what? I got another, and
Got
man,
another.
did I regret it. Okay, back to toys, huh?